everybody. Paint for everybody.
What's the word, world? This your favorite ballhead brother, David Blue. Y'all are rocking with the Aint for Everybody podcast. This is my co-host,
Sexy Cat,
and my dog, my other co-host.
Hey, Jay Levon the Don, what up though?
Yeah, it's going down. Real quick, man, I want to get right into it. Did y'all watch the Grammys?
no.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm in radio and I ain't even
Straight
watch it.
up.
I didn't know it was gonna happen, bro.
It be like that, man. I ain't gonna lie. Now that, I done got, I'm an adult now, you feel me? I got other things to do. I can't just be knowing when everything pop off. And I swear they ain't got no commercial for the Grammys. Didn't nobody know the Grammys was coming up.
Hey, the marketing on that was whack. For real,
It was
for real.
crazy. I ain't see no promo.
It didn't scroll against my timeline, nothing.
Not until it was pictures of the red carpet. You know what I'm saying?
And then we was like, oh, on our Instagram the next day, like they performed.
Straight up.
It was the outfits.
Yeah.
It was the outfits. That's what we seen. Who was there?
Yeah, I think the first piece of promo I seen pertaining to the Grammys even existing this year was the battle between Jay and Beyonce as far as who gonna have the most Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
And then she got most of all time.
And then she got most of all time.
Did y'all see that picture of B on the bed wearing Grammys like this? Like,
oh, yeah. She had that prepared. She knew what was going down.
But how she get
like
snubbed for, what was it, Album of the Year?
She did by,
Beehive, no comment.
straight up, say you straight for the Beehive.
What? I don't want
about
no
to go too hard.
smoke. What? The
Straight
Beehive,
up.
you say anything
She do got it.
negative. The Beehive
yeah.
is
Oh, yeah, for
on
real.
you.
She
What
got,
was it?
she got one hell of a following for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
They
but
loyal.
there were some
They-
people in that
they
category,
loyal.
though. For real, it was like, what, Mary J. Blige, Lizzo, and then a couple other cats in that, like...
Again, I didn't watch it. I don't know who was nominated for what.
Yeah.
But I seen them screaming, Beyonce should have won. The audience, the clips though. Beyonce. I say, well, Beyonce didn't
From the
get
crowd?
that from the crowd
Oh.
up top. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
wasn't,
That
they
had to
was
be a
on
black
the,
girl the way you did
the
that
lighter
voice.
spectrum screaming. So about Beyonce. So
Man, I ain't playing about B.
I mean,
Yeah,
there
ain't
was
playing.
50 years of hip hop though. Rakim, also LL Cool J performed. Run
Classy
DMC,
clip.
that that was dope to see. And then you had Lil Uzi Vert, like I just want to rock.
Right, straight up. It came out turned up for the young folk. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
How y'all feel about that music though nowadays? Like, don't you think? Me personally, I feel like they taking the Detroit ghetto tech, and that's no offense to Lil Uzi Vert at all.
Yeah.
Like, I love the song, I love the beat, even to do it again with NLE Chopper.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that's Detroit ghetto tech. Like, for real.
Low key. I mean, that's a good perspective on it because it is. Like, if anybody go back and live, if you ain't from around here, if you go back and listen to any of that, you're going to see the similarities. You know what I'm saying? It's just up tempo. You know what I'm saying? Up tempo. But
I just
feel
know
like
the
jitting.
kids
Yeah.
be going crazy and they be going wild. I just went to a birthday party. When I say these little girls had the whole little thing, it's the new, what was the one song that the kids was going crazy about, but he ended up getting locked up. It was like the wave. It was a minute ago. It was like 2016, 15, and he was number one for a minute, but I think
And then
that's
fell off like most rappers.
right.
yeah, he took the wrong path. But
Man.
I feel like as far as the youth, that's the one song all the kids is on. They like, I just want to, even the grown-ups, but the kids is on.
I was gonna
Grandmamas
say-
too.
Yeah.
Grandmamas too
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
a
rock.
viral record.
I was DJing last night, and it was a birthday girl. She had to be in her 40s, like somewhere 45. TT was getting it, but she was rough. She was like, play my song. Play it now. I just want to rock. And then
yeah.
it was
It get
do
you
it again.
moving. It get you moving.
I guess so. But
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that came out, shoot, that song ain't just going crazy for the young cats, you know what I'm saying? DJ Drama said that's like the new song for Philly now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They say that's what DJ Drama said. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think
Shout out
even
to
Lil
DJ
Uzi
Drama,
came-
Gangsta Grizzlies.
Gangsta Grizzlies. Feel me? Even I think Lil Uzi came out and said like, nah, I don't think so.
Over
That's
Meek Mill?
bad if they
Yeah,
don't even
over that
want
Meek
it.
Mill joint, that one just hit different. You know what I'm saying? Especially for Philly.
I
I
mean,
say.
is this what y'all been waiting for? Like,
Who did the poll?
yeah, I don't believe that.
It don't get
No.
my vote.
But going back to our segment, man, I do want to ask real quick, like, how do y'all feel? Because I feel a lot of Detroit music is being, I won't say taken, I will say cloned or duplicated across the nation. Yeah. Like, what's the white boy's name?
Style, period. I got cousins in Ohio wearing Cardis. Like,
but that's
boy,
the
you
Midwest.
but still, it's like you is not from you. Still, it's our flavor.
I'm talking about our sound.
It's
like,
flavor, sound. Detroit, everybody bites off of it.
Like, I swear, I hear a Helly beat or R.J. Lamont, like, in somebody else's stuff, and they be from California, Texas. You be like,
it's some people out there in California with some ties to the city. You know what I'm saying? They be tied in, and I think it happened from, when Detroit artists started to venture out and they start going places, but like they cool people too, like, and they already got, once they was able to get the city on lock, now when they go somewhere and they mingle with these other cities are taking them serious now to the point where it's serious enough to bite their style. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's indirectly.
They love Detroit. I don't care. Everybody, when I go out of town, as soon as I say I'm from Detroit, I'm just getting love. They like Detroit. I'm like, what up, dog? Listen. For sure. They love the flavor. It's something different in the air in Detroit.
Well, you light skin, so they love you.
They ain't got nothing to do with light skin. It has nothing to do with light skin.
Yeah, I'm just, all right. She cute, y'all. Whatever.
Hey, the Detroit sound winning, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in Cali rocking with the Detroit sound. Shoot, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
ATL.
Everywhere.
they really rock with us.
Everywhere.
For real.
Picking up.
I mean, I'm just happy to see many of the artists actually getting their time and they shine. You know what I'm saying? Even underground artists, Bennies and all that stuff. Like, I like seeing those guys get their money. Shout out to the local Ipsy artists too, Pontiac artists, all them.
For sure.
Like, I love seeing that rise. But talking about music, I will say this. What about the top 50? Man. What about the top 50? Did you hear about it?
I know it had Ja Rule upset. You feel me? I know it had Ja Rule.
Nobody give a damn about Ja Rule. I'm sorry, Ja.
But he
where's Ja?
Look, poor baby. It's just like, bless your heart. He gonna stay upset at this point. He can't do nothing about it.
He was bullied. He had a bullied career. Like, he was bullied. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, because he still got to that pape though.
I mean,
he still navigated his way.
Was he really?
Was he in the playlist?
Was he really bullied though?
Man, he was bullied, dog. I mean, 50 came in with so much power.
Get you,
no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? 50 came in with so much power. But I ain't gonna lie though, Ja Rule that has some undeniable records though.
Yeah, you can't say.
He did.
Put it on, man.
Yeah,
like,
still in the playlist.
Where would I be without you? But most of them were R&B tracks.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what was winning.
I mean, true indeed.
You gonna do it? You gonna go with that bag, huh?
So you guys seen the list. So where did DMX fall on the list?
Well,
DMX
I ain't
is
gonna lie.
a beast.
Yeah, pull the list up because I want to know if he ain't within the top 5.
I want to know where DMX hit.
I know DMX was in the top 20, but he was it top 20? I may have to go back.
Like, we got
DMX
21.
number 21.
Oh no, that ain't right.
Wow.
That ain't right.
I don't even want to talk about the list because I just threw a name, just one artist that I know.
He was supposed to be top 5.
If you.
It had to be at least top 5.
I know he's screaming up from heaven.
Underrated.
What these bitches want from a nigga.
If you know, you know. You know, you know. So y'all.
Well, let's go through the
Who
top.
The top 5? Who the top 5?
Well, I'll give y'all the top 20 so y'all could just
so we
can end it.
Yeah,
it's been talked about. We gonna get over it.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane 20, Missy Elliott 19. Then we got Ice Cube 18. Then we got 50 Cent at 17. Scarface at 16, respectable.
He's a person that got to be on the list.
Yeah, J. Cole at 15, but I know they talking about all album sales.
Cole is
this is based off album sales.
I mean, I'm basing it off. It has to be because it's the billboards. You know what I'm saying? Album sales and your contribution to hip hop.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I would logically think that for a billboard. If y'all ain't, that's on y'all. Like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? At 14, yep. Redman at 13. Then we have hold on one second. Andre 3000 at 12. After that, we have Kanye West, 11.
We gonna talk about something else because
Nicki Minaj, number 9. You don't even want to hear it?
I don't even want
I mean, we all know
It's a
who's
lot
number
of-
one,
it's
Jay-Z.
a lot of conflict
I
going
mean,
on with that list.
That's
over
crazy.
there.
Yeah, it's all over the place, to be honest.
That's just all. That's based off something that we don't know
But you
what
got-
that something is.
You got to think about the culture right now and
that's
what
they
kids hear
business.
at this point in time and what they feel at this point in time.
I
Because
don't
through
know
the
better.
generations,
Yeah.
they did the same thing to our music, and they probably didn't put our people up in the top.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's got to be some 30 to 40-year-olds for sure coming up with a list. Because if it was some kid, if it was up to the kids,
They don't do me like
Lil
that.
Uzi would have been. Somebody else would have been number one. It would have been Jay.
And L.E. Chopper.
Yeah, NLE Chopper would have been number 3 at least.
Hey, for real.
Lil Baby, Dub Baby, all the babies.
I'm just a little hurt, and they put Kendrick. I love Kendrick Lamar. Like, I'm a Section 80 baby, but they put him at 2.
Man. As far
That's
as
what I
rap, he could rap for sure. I like it. Even his music is good. I mean, he changed. But of all time,
Of all time, I put him in
all
my
time?
top 10, of course. Of course. I mean, but above Nas, above M, I mean, M can still come back and rip anybody at this moment right now. It don't
Yeah,
matter who it is.
yeah,
Who it
he
is.
gonna rapidy tappity all day. He gonna do that. He gonna definitely have some bars for you for sure.
I could dig it, man.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Tupac should have been number 1 for sure. Jay-Z should have been number 2 for sure. I mean, no, DMX should have been number 2. Then y'all could just go ahead and put Jay-Z on number
See,
3.
now
ain't
we
even
differ.
go-
Nah.
I
mean-
ain't even. We all everybody different.
Man,
Right.
I just
Cause
respect
I ain't
DMX.
even gonna say number 2. I just threw it out there because I just wanted to see. But when I'm scrolling with these numbers and these names, I'm like, oh no. And I'm not even deep in the deep lyrics genius, but I know better. They don't know.
It seemed like somebody out in Novi,
this
Calabasas,
is
that made this list
somebody-
instead of in
Straight
the hood.
Yeah, I don't know how they compiled it, but hey, they compiled it. You know, shout out to Jay-Z,
It is
of course.
what it
You know what I'm
is.
saying? You number
I
1.
ain't
Shout out
get
to
no money
Kendrick.
off of it.
Yeah,
I ain't getting no money off
Off of it, so we ain't worried about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
For
man.
real,
Forget
for
the
real.
list. Straight up.
So not to date ourselves to y'all out there, but we gonna do this. This is the first inaugural Aint for Everybody podcast.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Hit the horns. No.
I don't know which button is it. Not that one.
But other than that, I mean, today
We got some cheering.
today is the Super Bowl. It is gonna happen. You know, y'all gonna see this later. They already gonna won. You know, all that stuff. But who y'all got? Because I mean, we said something earlier. You know, Sexy K, you said
I
it.
don't even know, but just, I just want to see some Philly boy videos of them going crazy in the streets. You know.
On the bikes. Hey.
I just want to see something like that. And then we got 2 black quarterbacks.
There you go.
First time.
There you go.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody's talking about it
No,
in the news. I haven't seen it scroll across my timeline. Haven't seen it on
I
ESPN.
do know that much, okay?
Like, this is history, for real, for real.
Going down.
Absolutely.
Like, absolutely. But me personally, we know that the Eagles are favored, you know, and I believe that Hurst is going to do his thing, but I'm a Mahomes fan, and I think Andy Reid going to get it out.
Both
so
teams 14-3, right?
I mean, I'm going to say this. They are 2 strong teams, but defense always wins. I'll say that much. That's why I got to give it to the Eagles, but I'm still going with the Chiefs. I don't care what nobody says.
Okay.
I don't know what you talking about, David. What you think?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not invested. You know what I'm saying? I'm not invested.
The words I'm on my. I ain't
To
got
be real,
no
I'm
money
not
on the
invested,
floor.
man. I would have liked to bought some squares or made a parlay or whatever by now. I might still try to make a parlay and
Well, just
depending-
put 50 on it right now, brother.
I'm gonna put 50 on something for sure. I just don't know what I'm gonna put it on. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, a little parlay.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah,
Like you said.
I'm gonna hit up all my sports homeboys. Like, who you got, fam? What you think the stats gonna be? And I'm gonna get about 5 of them. I'm gonna compile the averages together and I'll make me a little bet. You feel me? See if I can make me some money.
Hey, that's the white side in them, y'all.
trying to make a little
Investing, getting them stock tips real
Oh,
quick.
I'm not. Hey, shout out to both the quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Shout out to the teams. But hey, however I'm gonna get some money in my pocket, that's what I want to happen. So we'll find out to
Oh,
make my
that's
parlay.
right.
For sure. Well, whoever wins, you know, I'm
Well,
gonna
call
say
me
this.
When you figure it out,
I'ma
so
let
I
you
can
know.
Get some money too.
Because whatever's gonna work in my favor, I'm gonna be a diehard fan of them today. You feel me?
I can
sure.
dig that. I mean, and here's the best thing: it don't matter which team wins, we still get a black championship
There you go.
Absolutely.
quarterback. Like
That's a win.
that's a win right there. I
Yep.
love that. So
Can't lose.
I love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, it's been a lot going on in the city. I mean, if you don't know, now you know. I mean, Sexy Cat, SK Marketing. I mean, she's all the ways out here, always in the streets networking, as well as myself with LMG, you know, and David. David always doing everything in the studio. But there's always things going on in the city, and one of the things that actually happened in the city real recently was Cash Doll's album had actually dropped. You know,
back on Dexter.
Nah.
Okay.
The actual album release party was at a few locations. Now, I didn't get to make any of them. I had daddy duties and DJing. But you know what I'm saying?
Shocked.
You're shocked?
Oh, yeah. You know I was. You got the text. Where was we? We was asleep.
Yeah,
what was we doing?
Hey, I had things to do. We had things to do.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looked beautiful. She was also at Trust nightclub. I saw her also at Del Mar.
She made it by the station. She did an interview on her.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 97.9 WJLB. You know.
Sure.
But that's one of the biggest albums I think is gonna hit the streets starting off the year. That's real talk. So shout out to Cashy. We actually got Mr. Ware, Respect the Shooter, her official photographer, coming in a minute. He gonna do an interview with us, you know what I'm saying? So that's all love. But shout out to you, Cash. You know, you put it on for the city. And
definitely keep the city on.
man, I love BMF. I love her in BMF. I swear to God.
I was so sad when I seen her. You know, it's just a road though, but you know it is what it. I'm like, oh no, put it down, sis. We can just woosah. We ain't gotta do a little of that.
She doing her thing. I love the series. We actually, David went to the premiere, you know, at Imagine Theaters out there in Royal Oak. There was two of them.
Dope.
And you got to meet Meech. You know what I'm saying?
I met the whole family.
Actually.
The mamas, the baby mamas, the mama, grandmamas. I met everybody. It was dope.
If you don't believe her, she got the picture proof on the IG. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
It was a Sexy Cat, SCXYYKAT.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go there. But that was actually dope to see the first
really,
episode. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I bet it was.
Plus the series is actually carrying along. You know, I do see that some of the things that may pertain to real life and what they did in the documentary are a little exaggerated in the
in the movie. That's one
in the film. You know what I'm saying? In the series,
Yeah,
that's okay though. You know, it's all for TV.
That's making the news right now because it's one particular role that's being played right now. Because I'm watching, I'm like, oh, who is this? Who is this? But you know, one person that wanted to actually be wrote out the show is not happy with how they're being portrayed, and Lala is playing her role. Ooh. She knows that's her, and she feels like, oh, absolutely not. I am nobody's pedophile. Okay. I did not kiss that man till he was 25 years old. And on the show they got it where she's 26 and he's 17.
Right.
That's a problem.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh no, she on the news with it.
I mean, but a little embellishment. I ain't never hurt nobody yet. But that is a big charge right there, right?
Look no type of way. She put some facts out. 25. Ain't get these lips. Okay, sis.
Yeah, I mean, sure. She testing the whole legitimacy of the whole series at that point, you feel me?
Right.
You gonna exaggerate that? What else you exaggerate?
Right.
And if you know, you know. Everybody been around. Everybody from the city. If you not out Atlanta, you know, everybody like, wait a minute, that's such and such.
You could tell at some points when it's extra exaggerated. That's just film, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to do. But there are some points where you be like, come on, really?
Right.
Because you don't know.
Yeah, you
people
know.
don't know. They not in the loop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They asking questions. But yeah, BMF is definitely hot. 50 doing his thing, pulling.
Oh yeah, he going crazy.
Shout out to the best man too.
Oh yeah,
we went to that premiere too, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, y'all been going crazy.
Yeah, man, that working like a mud. We everywhere.
All the premiere.
That was the first episode of the Best Man series.
Well, a lot of the premieres, they give you the pleasure. It might be a month, 2 weeks, whatever, but you get to see at least the first episode,
right,
or the movie before everybody else.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's dope.
Yeah, that was with Morris Chestnut.
Which you got to meet. We both got to meet. Yep. Real cool cat.
Ooh, yes, he was.
Oh, here she goes. Here she
nice.
goes.
I told him his wife to go.
You had to throw that in there for safety.
And the creator and director Lee. Yeah. It was very nice. A nice venue too. Shout out to
Charles H. Wright Museum. Y'all make sure y'all go there for y'all Black History.
That was nice. I was like, oh, I gotta bring the kids down.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been back there, but to have it in the theater, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we got our man up in here,
Yes,
dog.
sir.
Respect the
That's the
shooter. Respect the shooter.
It's so funny. I want to say something, but I ain't gonna say it.
I ain't even gonna say, the other name I call him by on the podcast.
How y'all doing, man?
Today, you ain't gonna whip it crazy.
I should have drove it today. I was thinking about it.
Whip it crazy today.
How y'all doing? Sorry for me being a little bit late.
Oh, you good, my brother? You good?
Okay, cool.
Shoot, this was a perfect segue, man. If y'all don't know, now y'all know, man. For real, this is Mr. Ware, official photographer, videographer for Cash Doll and many other celebrities. You better respect the shooter. This boy right here does everything, even got his luxury Sprinter deals. Plus, he also pulls up to the party or promotes the party. Wherever you at, he probably in the background, man. I'm telling you, this guy is the best. Respect the shooter, Mr. Ware. What's up, my dog? What's happening?
How you doing, man? That was a great introduction. I appreciate that, man.
Welcome,
I couldn't have done better myself.
You
man.
welcome, bro, because I don't know you for a long time, man.
You
for
did.
real.
A lot of times when I do interviews and stuff like that, man, they know just a tad bit of what I do. It seems like you know we've been locked in for a while. So
I mean, if y'all don't know, in the Detroit party scene, there's like it's a little inner circle. You bump into everybody, but you start to meet little branches and olive branches. But this one real cat, like when I say he ain't never changed up, never been fake, a lot of guys will be iffy, see you in the club, they don't even know your name. He'll answer on the first ring. What's up, Mo J? What's up?
Yeah.
So respect to you, my guy, and you stay humble all the time, no matter where you go, even in presence of, a lot of celebrities. So I do want to talk about that. That's a pretty good segue. I want to ask you, out of all the celebrities that you've done seen, man, like, what was your most memorable experience with a celebrity? And then outside of that, I know you can't speak on everything. You probably got an NDA or something. But like, but outside of that, man, like, who's your favorite celebrity that you met? And we already know you're going to say Cassie. We love her too.
Yeah, Cash my favorite, man.
Outside of that.
Cash is a sweetheart, man. So I actually got two, and the way I can statement, I can like wrap them both up in one. So my favorite moment, so me and Cash was on tour for her first tour. Actually, we did the Meek Mill Motivation tour. Yeah. So that was really dope, man. Meek, I got a call from her literally during Super Bowl like 2 years ago. She called me actually during the game, like, hey, where we about to go on tour? I'm like, bet. I said bet. I was ready before she even said who. And she like, we going on tour with Meek Mills. And Meek was actually my favorite artist, man. I had to hold him down during the whole him and Drake beef and everything, man. So Meek always been like my favorite. Meek always been like my favorite artist. But the ironic thing is, as much as Meek is my dog, actually during the tour, one of the craziest moments was on the same night. We was on Meek tour, was in LA, and I was with Cash. I just got off stage and performed, so we was in the hallway. So I'm taking pictures of her, and it's an artist named Millie. She's like a singer rapper. So I'm taking pictures of both of them in the hallway, and it's like some staircase behind them. So as I'm taking their picture, I got this big old camera taking a picture and stuff like that. Drake starts walking down the stairway. So I can see him in the back. I'm not realizing it. So now I'm trying to pull out my phone at the same time and stuff. And I'm like recording and stuff like that. So they just over there just steady posing and stuff like that. And Drake like coming down the stairway doing all this. So I can see why people love Drake, because he ain't know me from a can of paint. But even then he was silly and stuff before he even got to them. So he over there posing in the background and stuff like that. Then he finally walked up, spoke to Cash and all that stuff, took a couple pictures with them. And so that was a really dope moment. So then Drake is a really great guy, because after we stood there for like 10 minutes, everybody was coming over there. Drake told them, like, yo, we interrupted their photo shoot. Let's get out their way. Like, we came down here. Everybody's starting to pile up. Let's move out their way. And just real quick, my favorite artist is Nipsey Hussle. So I got to see my guy Nipsey Hussle that night as well, all in L.A.
Okay.
So we was all
God rest.
We was actually taking pictures of her and Nip. Like, I told him, like, Cash, they go Nip and stuff like that. She like, come on, let's go take a picture, man. So I got to take pictures of Nip literally probably like 30 days before he passed. So that was really dope too, man.
Damn, man. So you still got that in the archive.
Yeah, I got that in the archive, man. That was all in one night. That was L.A., man.
That was that night.
Now you see why he up here. Now you see why he up here.
I think Drake actually flew in town. I think he actually flew just to come to this show. He took his jet and left Meek Mill's show like right after that. That was like probably their second performance after they got tight.
Yeah.
I think they did one performance before then, but that was like their second.
So they
performance.
did Going Bad.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah, that's tight.
I was taking pictures of her and Nip when like so the Drake story happened after we took pictures of Nip. So I'm taking pictures of her and Nip, and then literally like 5 seconds later, you hear Drake's song and they just started going crazy, and I'm like, what the heck? And then ain't nobody know Drake's gonna be there. They're like, oh shoot, Drake here. So I had to transition from Nip to going running to the stage and taking pictures of Drake. So that was a dope moment, man.
Oh man,
That's what's up.
oh man. So then that's all rolled into one for your favorite artist. What's one of the most outlandish, or how should I say this? What's one of the worst experiences you ever had with a celebrity? Because I've had my bad times.
Out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a celebrity. I could talk about that later on a later podcast, but outside of that, man, everybody has their worst experience with one. So, and you ain't even got to say the name of the person because, you know, you going to work with them probably,
Right.
but.
Do a situation.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this name because it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna say his name because it's not a bad thing. I've been fortunate enough to have great experiences with everybody and stuff like that, man. So, and I stay to myself too. Like with me, I got the type of lens I got is a big $2,000-3,000 lens, so I can take pictures away from across the room before they even know I'm there. Like so, for the most part,
Hey, say
I'm
that
not-
again. Say that again. How much did that lens cost?
My lens, man. Any photographer knows it's a $70 to $200, man. The brand new, probably about $3,200.
Respect the
man.
shooter.
So,
Oh, yeah, you gotta respect the shit.
so a lot of the times I'm not all in their face. I'm not telling them to pose and stuff like that. I'm taking pure candids and I'm way across the room, and so I'm not. They barely even realize I'm there. So actually the worst experience, I can say it because like I said, it wasn't that bad, but it was just when I was just on the Legends tour, probably like a week ago, and you know it's Jeezy, they got Gucci, they got T.I., they got 2
That was
Chainz.
Big Show.
We were just in
No,
we were just in Dallas. I was just in Dallas.
Separate.
I was just in Houston and Dallas. So we was in Dallas. And it just I wanted to beat him up out there, but we're taking pictures. We're taking pictures and Gucci. Shout out to Gucci. I mess with Gucci. Gucci's my guy. My guy Limelight's actually DJ for Gucci, and we talked about it after. But all the photographers taking picture of Gucci for like 5 minutes, and then Gucci like, hey man, get these photographers out of my face, man. Like, hey, move these dudes out my face. And like, dude, we doing our job, bro. Let us take. And then the crazy part about it is, most of the times you at concerts, they move photographers after like the first 2 songs anyway.
Yeah.
So they let them take pictures for like 2 songs and then they get them out the way so
Yeah,
that
I've
they
been
can have
down
it
in the
clear.
pits, you know. So
Gucci took was rapping for like 2 seconds and then he like, man, hey yo, move these groupie photographers and stuff out my face. I'm like, really, bro?
Right. We supposed to get footage of this.
Yeah, we got to get you together. So it was funny because one of my guys, the photographer, he posted a picture the next day like, hey, I know you ain't want no pictures, but here goes some heat for you, bro. Like, hey.
Some celebrities, you gotta know, they don't want to take no pictures. Just get out my face. It's
Yeah,
been a
man.
long day. I'm trying to remember these words. I appreciate you and I love you. Peace. I'm here for the check. You
Right.
gotta know
And
the
I'm out.
signs. You
Yeah,
gotta know.
you got to be able to read
They
the room.
human though. They regular. You
gotta read the room.
And popular. You got to read the room.
Got
Read the
to.
room, man.
Now, let me ask you this, too, man. I mean, outside of photography, you do other things, too. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, especially in the city, but even outside the city. But in the city, I mean, you got the sprinters. You know what I'm saying? Black-owned luxury sprinters, and you drive around some of the dopest artists. Going back to that, you so connected, and then he pulls up to the best clubs in the metro area. You know what I'm saying? From here to Lansing, all the way to GR, and then Chicago. You even went to a couple times, right?
Yep. I drove Drew Hill to Chicago.
How was that conversation?
Drew Hill was cool, man. Cisco, they was all dope, man. So I actually took them to Milwaukee too. So, but I'll let you finish with what you were saying about just the artists and everything.
I mean, for the main fact is, what was one of the most interesting conversations you've had in the back of that sprint?
One of the most interesting conversations I've had would probably have to be with, I don't know. Honestly, the interesting conversations happen when I'm talking to their managers and stuff like that. I stay out of the artist's face and stuff a lot of the time. A lot of people tend to just linger
Gravitate to
and
them.
gravitate towards them where
Everybody want to be seen, y'all. For real, man.
Yeah,
no
like-
matter where you at.
man, they need their space, man. And if they don't want their space, they're going to naturally gravitate towards you. They're going to say something like, "Hey, man, you know, I like what you got going on and stuff."
sure.
So,
All right.
Even with the
Yeah, I
managers.
had that.
Well,
Yeah.
well, how was that conversation? You know what I'm saying? Because now you're getting more business insight into the industry, which I know you're going to get more revenue. You know, you're
Yeah.
going to create different streams of revenue. But those are big conversations. I remember talking with, Crooked Eye's manager. I remember talking with John B's manager not that long ago when we was at that concert. Like, those guys gave me good tips and, said, hey, go do this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Right here, what we doing. So
For sure.
What's some of the knowledge that you gained over the years? You know, even in the back of that Sprinter, or just over the years being in the business.
Well, a lot of the conversations there, again, they show me my praise and they give me my flowers for being a young black man and having this business running. They like, hey, you do this by yourself. You don't have any partners and things. So some of them are very interested, and they're interested because the Sprinter has been a lucrative business for myself, but they can see like. They think a light bulb goes in their head like, oh, man, maybe I can do this and stuff like that, too, which I don't mind. But, hey, you about to partner with me, man. Where you at? Because I tell people all the time, like, where you at? You in Atlanta, you Houston? I have this game down to a T. So if you're stationed in Atlanta, why not partner with me in Atlanta? Because I can have the same. So I've been running this business for 3 years now. So instead of you start from scratch, a lot of times everyone just grabs an idea and they try to jump off the boat and do it themselves. Without partnering with somebody that probably did it before. And if everybody got a good intentions, then there's no reason why it shouldn't work.
For sure.
What got you in the business? What made you want to?
That's a great question. With the Sprinter, which business? Which business?
You got one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which more?
Sprinter business?
No, which one you more passionate about?
All of them. All of them.
You got one that tickle you a little bit more.
No, I get some people that ask me like, do you like taking pictures of stuff? I tell you, I wouldn't do anything if I didn't love doing it, man. Everything I do.
Like you talked about that lens, I don't know. He like, the way you talked about that camera, I think it's the way.
It's special for sure, man, because it's put me in a lot of rooms and it's changed my life. It really did change my life. And so I can try to wrap them up without talking too much longer in each of them. So the camera started because, like my guy know, I actually did music. I was an artist. I don't even think Cash down know this. I don't even think Cash know this.
Bombs today.
So, and it's funny because I actually listened to one of my songs before I put it up, and I called my cousin like, "Why we never released this song, man? This song is still current till today." It's really funny. I literally just said that like
Can
10
you give it
minutes
to
ago.
the Ain't For Everybody podcast?
I may give it to y'all. Y'all may have it. So I'm excited to hear what y'all got to say about it, man. So yeah,
keep your mouth closed and just
So I started doing the camera stuff because I was pretty big. Shout out to my guy Jay Neely at Eastern. Everyone knows I was at Eastern, man. My guy Jay Neely do big things. So when I was doing music, I was really popping. I was in a group called EST. So I was really popping when like the Travis Porter age, the Wiz Khalifa. So that's when I was actually doing. I used to do shows. Like I opened up for Travis Porter like 3 times thanks to Jay Neely. Wiz Khalifa came and I opened up for him. We've opened up for T.I. I've opened up for a lot of artists, and I had a camera guy. He's a genius. That's still my guy today. Shout out to Tyler Moncrief. But the thing about Tyler is, he's more of a, what you call it, when you to yourself, what you call
introvert.
It? He's more of an introvert. So anytime we was doing shows and all that, so imagine I'm with 4 of my best friends that before the show started, we over there freestyling and stuff. We over there like, hey, we just having a ball, and we realizing like before this whole internet wave, like this stuff needs to be captured. Like, bro, like we having a good time. People need to see this because people like I knew way back then, which is probably like 08, 07. I knew way back then that the things we're doing now, people want to be in your life. Now we have reality TV shows. Now we got everybody recording everything. But I knew then, like, yo, you need to do this because people want to see you till you make it, not just when you made it. Like, hey, I'm here. They want to see you just like them. Like, oh, you got friends, y'all freestyling stuff. I thought y'all just so
rich and rap. That's it.
I thought y'all just doing it. I knew then if we was recording then, I knew it would have been something pretty special and stuff. So I'm like, man, I'll pick. And then I saw him turn down a lot of people's photo shoots and stuff like that too. He's such a genius and just like doing specific stuff. People like, hey, I want you to do this photo shoot. He's like, no, I'm all right. No, I'm good. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, he's turned down a lot of money and stuff like that. And he turned it like, so I'm like, hey, I'll pick up a camera. I got a few tips from him, but he like, you'll learn everything you need to learn from YouTube. Everything I know from a camera, I learned because I put in the work of doing YouTube. I would watch a 10-minute long video, like how to make the skin smooth. And I play it for 3 seconds, pause. Make that one step. Play it for 3 seconds, pause. So I literally did that.
We definitely understand that. Me and David, producers, so you know, the engineers. So
I did that for years, man. And just watching the same video, and you know that you're actually learning something when, okay, now I went from 3 seconds to now let me play the video for 20 seconds. Okay, now I can play the video for me. Okay, now I ain't even got to pause the video because I know what he about to say next and stuff like that. So you literally can see yourself elevating. And it
see
was
them
a special
cheeks.
moment,
How you
man.
talk about taking pictures? That's Sprinter. He just getting. That's a chick.
Because I know the journey, and I'm going to transition to the Sprinter. I know the journey that I took. The Sprinter became amazing to me because, like I said, the pictures are special, but the Sprinter came when COVID hit. So now as a photographer, the club is closed. I'm not taking pictures. Now as a photographer, I can't take pictures because nobody's in person to see each other and stuff like that. So now my only source of income, how am I about to make money? As a photographer.
Yeah.
I had no source of income coming, but I've always been a saver and I've been great with my money since I was a kid. So I had a nice amount of money put up. So COVID hit, my guy called me, and I thought he was joking. Like, God makes ways that you never saw coming. My guy called me completely random, completely out the blue. Like, hey, you want to buy my Sprinter? I'm like, man, quit playing. No, you want to buy it right now? He had it for probably about 3 years, and it's just sitting. He ain't rented out. He just got it for personal use. Damn. So I had actually seen it before and all that stuff, and I used to be like, man, when I throw a party, man, I'm finna grab his Sprinter and take it to the club and stuff like that. But he's doing so much other stuff that it had just been sitting for. He probably use it like 3 times a year. Don't really use it. So when he called me, asked me like, did I want to buy it? I'm like, yeah, how much? He like, yo, bring me like 30 right now. That's literally all I had. I had about like 33,000 when everyone was doing whatever they was doing during the pandemic to be making money. Shout out to them, but I just was always great with saving. This was the amount of money that I had saved up that I was like, never know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm thinking, dang, I'm about to pay off my student loans. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm studying my mind, processing, like, man, my credit, what if I pay off my student loans? Will my credit score shoot all the way up to an 800? I'm still learning and figure out what to do with it. And then he called me like, yo, you bring me 30, it's yours. I gave him everything I had because the moment he said that, I'm like, same way I did with the camera, I saw it. Like, I saw it. I saw me, before I ever picked up a camera, I saw myself getting booked. The moment he called me about the Sprinter, I knew the type of crowd I'm around. I bet it all on myself. I know I'm gonna make some money. I'm giving you this. I know I'm guaranteed to make money.
I'm over here laughing because this is some of the sexiest shit that I ever heard. I'm over here like, ooh, he is, man. Oh my goodness.
I was guaranteed.
That mean the ladies at home listening and watching, they gonna be saying the same
blow
thing.
That money on no little
Man,
crab legs in 1942.
I'm not a big drink. He called me, asked me what to drink. Now I'm not a big drinker, man. I wear a lot of my clothing brand, man. A lot of clothing brands give me clothes and stuff like that. You're not gonna see me in the flyers, Gucci, and all that stuff, man. A lot of times I'm rocking my Respect the Shooter brand. I'm rocking the local brand. I'm not trying to impress nobody, man. I be in work mode a lot of the times. Like, I re-rock a lot of stuff.
What's wrong with that?
I don't,
We
man.
had our favorite shirt, favorite outfit, and wore it to death, baby.
Yeah, right.
Didn't say nothing about it. Was outside. Like, what?
He said, I'm done
You
funny
gonna catch
with
me in
that.
a black t-shirt every day.
Yeah.
I'm
Push
tired
to the
of buying
back.
stuff just to go out.
Ain't nothing wrong with, like you said, you put it all on yourself. You feel me? You're gonna wear your own brand. You're gonna push your own brand. You're gonna start your own brand. You're gonna buy your own brand.
And it all ties in because it's all steady putting my name. I don't wear Respect the Shooter. Now my God, it's a staple name. Everybody's saying Respect the Shooter.
Yeah,
I got it. If I sell a couple shirts, cool. If I don't, I'm gonna wear it. So
Facts.
I'm gonna wear it. I don't care if nobody buy another shirt, man.
Yeah.
But another dope thing that I did that was an original idea I never seen nobody do is I like going to the movies myself. So the movies was closed. So now my Sprinter, once I got that, I started telling people, hey, forget the clubs, forget everything. Come have a movie night on my Sprinter. The Sprinter fits 10 to 12 people. Forget going to a club with 50 people you don't know. Grab a couple of your best friends. Ladies, y'all grab some wine. Come grab some food and stuff like that. I had people coming in my Sprinter like an hour early and decorating. People was having pajama nights on the Sprinter. They was putting wine and drinks and popcorn and candy and stuff on there.
Crazy.
I'm thinking about it now because I'm
Like,
like, damn,
what could we do with his friend?
Man,
Right,
it was-
stripper parties,
it was
lingerie.
multi-
I'm sorry, y'all.
Girls was having a lot. I had 2 lingerie parties on there, man. It's been a great
You
ride,
remember
man.
those?
Yeah.
I had 2 lingerie parties. They decorated early.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So yeah, that's the story from the camera to the Sprinter, and that's why both of those are like my passion, man.
I mean, another thing that you're also involved in is the party scene in Detroit, you know, and I'm going to get into some rapid round questions,
Okay.
man, you know what I'm saying? But first, how did you get into that as well? Because you already said Jay Neely. Shout out to Jay Neely and that whole crew, you know what I'm saying? Dog always been getting it since Papio's days.
Yeah, he's been getting it for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But
He was actually Jay Neely was actually the first. He had the first party where Cash Doll performed. That's a fun fact. The first time Cash Doll ever performed, it was at Jay Neely party. She dropped one of her singles or something like that, and I think she just popped up at the party. She didn't even know they was gonna play it or something, but they played it. She had them going crazy. And
which club?
he was at
Hey, Neely, we going to get you on here, dog.
Yeah, Neely got to tell it, but Neely he had the first party that Cash Doll performed at. I forgot exactly what club it was, but Yeah, she would say it all. She said it all the time. She'd be like, my first performance was at like Eastern, but it was one of Jay Neely parties.
So it had to be Papio.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Papio's, it was Eyes a Dream. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was Papio's for
sure. But shoot, I mean, one of the big things that I had to ask, man, is when you got into that industry, you know, the party scene and all that, because you promote parties now, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? If you go up and down this timeline, it's all, you know, flyers and, you know, sick ass photos. But how'd you get into that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of people know. I don't think I've even stated this, but I'm from Saginaw, Michigan, man. So I got to give a shout out to my city.
Sag nasty.
99% of people think I'm from Detroit when they see me and stuff. Just the way I carry myself. They be until we talk and they be like, man, what high school you went to? I be like, I went to Sag. They be like, what?
Hey, he asked me straight up. He was like, where you from? I'm like, yeah, Detroit, dog.
99% of people till we had that conversation, they be like, I would have never guessed you was from Saginaw, man. So I got to give a shout out. I actually went to school with Draymond Green, so shout out my guy Draymond. We went to school with each other at Saginaw High. He's a year older than me, so that's where people, you know, we tend to say Detroit because when you're out of town, people don't know the smaller city. You just say what's close. So a lot of times we catch ourselves saying I'm from Detroit.
Oh, we got a Detroiter over here. We got a real talker over here.
Just had this conversation.
But Draymond's been able to help me a lot. When I say, hey, I'm from the same spot, Draymond Green, I'd be like, oh, okay. Didn't he go to Michigan State? Yeah, he went to Michigan State and stuff like that. So I promoted a lot of parties in Saginaw. I did a lot of parties. And again, everything I've ever did made sense. I started off throwing parties because my mind told me, like, I always been pretty popular and things like that. But my mind told me if I want to perform, why not perform at my own party? Why not have all my friends that come and bang out a party where everyone knows me, and now they go show love because it's my stuff, and y'all are my people, so y'all should know my stuff. So a lot of times I would throw like sold out parties in Saginaw. I was known for throwing like 3 big parties. I throw the Freak Show. I still do that to this day. It's like 8 years old now, but I throw the Freak Show every year, which is a Halloween party. Every Halloween, that's the only party. Even though I don't throw no parties, I got to throw my Freak Show party. I do like a pajama jam. Okay. And those is parties that I throw where Saginaw literally drives down here like, hey, we know you in Detroit, but we need to drive down there. So I do that. And we're here. People just saw the company I was bringing, and I was like known for having a lot of girls and things like that around. They be like, yo, like that guy has girls. He has all the pretty girls. We have to involve him some type of way. And that's how people started inviting me to the party.
Hey.
So what's next for you? What's the next big project or what you got coming up?
The next big project is I'm gonna be a rapper now. I'm about to retire. I'm about to come out of retirement.
Right.
No, I'm about to the next biggest project. I hope to expand my sprinters, man. So I have 2 now, and I have the black SUV that I have artists drive and things. So the goal with that is to expand to different cities. I have family in Houston. I want to expand to Houston. I want to so the goal by the end of the next year or 2. Like 2 years, it's probably to have 2 in at least 3 different cities. 2 here in Detroit, 2 in Houston, 2 Atlanta. So I want to just be the go-to. Detroit's everywhere right now. Detroit music scene is everywhere. We're performing everywhere. So why not? I try to tell Detroit artists and everybody, like, especially when y'all in Detroit, y'all don't have to make phone calls and do all that stuff. Hey, where? I need transportation for the night. Can you get it for me? Hey, I got you. Hey, where? I'm in Houston, bro. You don't know anybody with a sprint? I want to be the go-to guy that people connects with. Like, yo, where do our transportation? He gonna take care of us anyway. We can be in Miami or anywhere there. Where know who's to talk to. I just like artists and management. Y'all doing so much other stuff. Have a guy that you can just reach out to and take stuff off your plate. Like, yo, okay, we ain't gotta worry about photography because we got where, and we ain't gotta worry about transportation because we got where. Like, let's worry about the business aspect now.
So how they find you? How they get the transport?
Well, my name is Mr. Ware again, MR_WARE 91. My transportation company name is Ware 2 Luxury, WARE, the number 2 Luxury Rentals. That's the name of my Instagram. That's where y'all can find me at. I'm on everything. Instagram, Twitter. I'm starting to make TikToks. I'm trying to do a lot of things.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you so much, Ware, for coming up in here. We're going to get a rapid fire round with you in a minute. But other than that, man, respect the shooter. I mean, the man just dropped knowledge on y'all for real. And some exclusive stuff. We didn't even know he rapped. We didn't even know about the Neely story. You know what I'm saying? With Cassie, her first performance, man. Like, those are gems. And you could all get it on this podcast right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jay Levine.
Stacey Cat.
Your favorite ball head brother, David Blue.
I mean, and this ain't for everybody podcast because it ain't for everybody. But shout out to you, Mr. Webb. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the first guest, right, man?
First.
You the first guest, man.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
This the first episode.
Like
Take that as an honor being the first guest.
Knowledge.
Hey, man. No, thank you, bro. Hey, straight up and down, I'm going to say this as the last thing. When I called him, it was about a couple of days ago, and he straight up was like, bet, bro, I'll do it. Even today, he was like, man, you ain't tell me the date. I was like, ooh, I did tell you the date. But he was like, all right, man, I'm going to hop in the car. I'm on my way. And he pulled up. That's what I mean about realness. We love that, man, you know, and that's why I say you a real guy, my guy. So, man, thank you. We appreciate you as being our first guest.
Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
Ain't for everybody. Ain't